In the season, we had 3 quarterbacks that I thought we could win the league with. We got 2.
With Kelly, has he unenrolled from school, and is there any scenario in which he could rejoin this team?
Yeah, I have no idea, and I'm not talking about anything about Kelly. I'm just going to talk about our team. I've addressed everything I'm going to address on Kelly. Wish him all the best, and you know, we're moving on.
Okay, by the way, there is information that Trevor Lawrence could be back as soon as this week. And let's go to calm or concern. Joey, we start with you on this Clemson quarterback situation. Dabo clearly not concerned about it, but should he be?
I'm not concerned at all. I was more impressed with what Clemson was able to do. They went from 1 week having a quarterback that has taken them to the playoff, and then this young freshman phenom comes in. All of a sudden, they're tapping the guy on the shoulder that had on a green vest on the sideline and said, hey, you got to go in and play. Can you imagine how many reps this kid hasn't taken? I mean, there's only so many reps in a practice, so this kid probably ain't getting any reps. All of a sudden, he goes in the game, they find a way to win, running the ball for 300 yards. I'm impressed by what they were able to pull off, and now that this kid is going to have this team, I believe they play Wake Forest this week, then they get a week off. I have zero concern on whether Clemson will be ready to go, and I think Chase Bryce will be fine.
Yeah, I'm calm. I really am. Chase Bryce, when you're usually wearing a green penny over your jersey on the sideline, that means you haven't gotten a lot of work over the course of the season so far.
Yeah.
And he went in there, he handled the circumstances extremely well, he was poised under pressure, and he delivered the ball really accurately in a gotta-have-it situation. Imagine how much more confident he'll be this week compared to where he was a week ago. To go out there and do it in crunch time, that's a significant advantage for him moving forward. So I'm actually quite calm about the situation, but I would be much more calm if Kelly Bryant were still on the roster.
Yeah, calm to quite calm for one Greg McElroy. How about this situation, guys, in this Texas A&M game? Jimbo Fisher grabbing the face mask of Tyrell Dodson. Now, Tyrell Dodson, a defensive leader for A&M, a big part of this Aggies defense has tried to improve this year, but we start with you, Joey. Are you calm or concerned about this?
I can't even believe this is an issue. We've gotten so soft when it comes to this kind of stuff. He grabbed the guy's face mask. I mean, you can't hurt a kid by grabbing his face mask. It even disappoints me that this has become an issue. This really, they asked me on Saturday if I want to comment about this. No, because it is a non-issue.
He took it too far. And Jimbo Fisher is an aggressive coach. He is fiery, and he is going to react strongly in situations that he thinks deserve reaction. But he went a little bit too far with jerking Tyrell Dodson's faces. I'm perfectly okay. Believe me, Joey, coaching hard is a big and important part to making sure that you continue to produce. But there's no need to be that aggressive and demonstrative when shaking his face mask. You can get his attention by getting in his face, grabbing it, and looking at him in the eyes. You don't need to jerk it around while you're doing it. So just a little bit too far, but not overly concerned.
You're going with it's okay to grab. You just can't give the little jerk, because now
a little jerk. That was not a little jerk. You know that was a little bit too far. Just a little bit.
Hey, Greg, now this game is already going really, really soft, and I get it because we have concussion issues.
Right.
I understand it. But when we're starting to say that the little jerk was too much for this kid to deal with, it's not like he knocked him down. I seriously hate the idea that we're coming to a point where that is going to be an issue. I hear what you're saying, but I think we're moving way too soft nowadays.
Yeah, the one thing to think about is how it could affect recruiting, but no comment from you on that, Joey, because we are moving on to Bobby Petrino, and everyone was very quick to blame him for the play call gone wrong late in the in the game against Florida State that allowed Jawan Pass to throw an interception. Calm or concerned about Petrino's play call there? Joey, we start with you.
I'm calm. I never really think that these guys go from brilliant to idiots all in the course of a couple minutes. We've always known Bobby Petrino to be a really good offensive mind. I don't think he's an idiot in this situation. And we don't know what he told his quarterback to do. I've seen a lot of times where you tell a Greg McElroy, look, just eat the ball, run it if it's not there. Here comes Greg trying to win the game, be the hero, does something the coach doesn't want him to do, and he throws an interception. I'm not concerned at all.
I can tell you there's one thing I would not do is throw it right to the receiver on a curl route that's 8 yards from the ball like a half second late. I can promise you I wouldn't do that. I'm very concerned. Bobby Petrino is still a great offensive mind. This doesn't change that. But this is a complete lack of understanding about your personnel. Jawan Pass is erratic and has very questionable decision-making, and he's proven that. He was sat down. He was benched at one point already this season. So how can you justify putting the game in his hands with less than 2 minutes on the clock? That is a complete and utter disregard for the situation and a lack of understanding of what your players are capable of. He should have run the ball, and it cost him a win.
All right.